this week's why you don't need eyeshadow palettes. So we have 4 different palettes to look over. It's not that many this week like it was last week. I'm actually wearing one of the looks from last week on the eyes right now. This is the Route 66 eye look that I did with the, what do you call it, palette? Hey Janet, I was telling everybody this is the Route 66 Nomad Cosmetics eye look I did for the channel with the Celestial, what is it, Celestial Nirvana palette, the Mega Mothership from Pat McGrath. So that's what's going on my eyes right now. But let's get into this because I need to get gas. I need to do all the intros to the 4 palettes that you all pick. And then I need to go ahead and try to film at least one eye look today, so that way I only have like 3 to do over the weekend. So I'm gonna start off with the, what is it, the Glam Light one or whatever, to get that one out the way, because you know I don't really mess with them like that. So I pulled these 2 pounds. I know Nina told me about some more, but I had already like left my house because I went to go see Hurry Up tomorrow with the weekend or Able for this before I had grabbed all this stuff. So we're gonna go with the 2 I talked about. So I know I told you all about the Nueve, is that how you say it? Nouveau? I think it's Nouveau palette from ABH, and how it has similar colors. So as you can see, it has those lighter pastel-ish type tones at the top. But I feel like it doesn't have enough depth in it to be chosen. But it was the first one I thought of, so of course I had to show it. Then I have the Pretty in Pastels from Glaminatrix Cosmetics. I feel like this is gonna give a lot of those light shades, but it actually does have some of those deeper tones at the bottom as well, which is why I picked it. Hey Sarah, I just felt like, I don't know, with both of them, I feel like I don't know, I don't have an exact hold on it, but I feel like this one might be a little bit better because it does have like the neutrals that we need as far as the depth goes, and it still has some of the pastels. So with that one, I don't really like tones like that, so I didn't have a whole lot to choose from when it came to tones like that. So that's why I kind of had to go with what I had. And although they do have a lot of grungy palettes, they don't have a lot of grungy palettes that have pastel along with them. And I feel like that's the only thing that makes the Lord of the Rings palette from Glam like unique to any of the other palettes they have, because they either do really grungy or they'll do like really bright, colorful stuff. I guess we could try the Kiss Jewel tone one. But again, it's not gonna have any of the lighter shades, not to mention the shimmers in there are horrendous. It was a shimmers out of matte. I don't remember. I just know that it was really bad and didn't work out for me. But I'm thinking we can go with this one because we still have like that light purple. We got some of the neutrals to go along with it and some green. So I'm thinking this one. But let me know, Sarah and Janet, do you want the Nouveau or do you want the Pretty in Pastels from Glaminatrix? You can use Karen's code Cage Makeup at the Glaminatrix Cosmetics website to get a discount. Or I think you can use the code Dr. Ash. I think Dr. Ash and her makeup might have a code to them. Do not quote me. Anyway, next, let's get on to this next palette. So the next one is the Terra Moon's Cosmetics palette. The Blend Bunny. Oh, you know what? Yeah, you know what? Yeah, you're right. Either the Loving one or maybe the All Done Up. Right? Yeah. So we can. So do you all want All Done Up or do you want the Loving palette? Because I feel like Loving might be a little bit better because it does have those purples and it has a lot of those purples and like grungy tones. And that was actually over there in the thing, but obviously since I'm live, I can't get up and get it like I would normally do and just edit that part out. So anyway, next, so let me know which blend bunny one you all want to do down below out of Loving or All Done Up. Anyway, so next we have this palette. So this is duping out the Terra Moon's palette. So shout out to one of my members who sent this palette over. This is the, I think, Burned in the Forest or Burnt Forest. Burnt Forest. So this is what it looks like on the inside. The only thing is the orange in here is like a shimmer and it's not a matte. And I believe the one in the Terra Moon's one is a matte. So I bought 3 different ones for us to choose from. And the fact that it has grays in it and this one doesn't have gray, but it does have some of the color story because it has the blue and the orange. And I feel like that's a blue, orange, green palette with a little bit of grays and a little bit of neutral. So I'm like, so I picked this one as number 1. Then I thought about it, and these other 2 I feel like would be a little better for this one. So I felt like I needed to show both of them. So we have the, what is this there? Deveroon Cosmetics palette, the Gloomy Garden. I definitely feel like, okay, I definitely feel like this one embodies that palette a lot more than the other one. Because think about it, if you take out the purple, this is pretty much very similar to the Terra Moon's palette because it has those gray undertones in it. It has the oranges, it has the blues, and it has the greens. Now I will say I feel like the greens in here aren't as identical to that palette because I feel like that one has more deeper forestry kind of greens, and I feel like this one has a little bit more olivey and like murky greens. But I feel like we can make it work. If nothing else, we could just do like an orange and blue look and bring the gray in, and maybe just put like one of the greens in the inner corner if you know you wanted to incorporate green. But I just felt like when I thought about it, this was the one that matched it best that I already own in my collection, so I wanted to show it. But then I was like, um I feel like that palette has a few neutrals in it, and I feel like the one that I just showed you all doesn't have neutrals in it, so that's why I ended up grabbing the Wilderness palette from Beauty Bay. So this is what she looks like on the inside. I'm sure you all remember we did a look at this like a couple of weeks ago. The only thing is it doesn't have reds, it has orange, and it only has this one like token orange, but it does have the neutrals we need, but it doesn't have the gray. So I'm thinking, okay, yeah, Janet, that's what I thought too. The Gloomy Garden would be best, but I wanted to show all three that I brought. Since I brought all three of them, I figured you should look at them. But yeah, so these tones work. This would have been my backup if I didn't have the Gloomy Garden, and we just wouldn't have had like the we wouldn't have the grays. Yeah, okay, YouTube Tara. Yeah, so Gloomy Garden is the first one that we have chosen. Sorry, the second one we have chosen. We chose one of the Blend Bunny palettes that I haven't pulled out yet. On to the third palette. Now I'm trying to remember what I pulled this one out for. Because I swore I pulled it out for a reason, but I don't remember what the reason was. As far as palettes go, I feel like this was supposed to go with the palette we just talked about as well. And we already picked some, so I don't need to use them. So I will just put them to the side. So I guess we only have one more left. I thought we had four, but so we're gonna do the Adventure Time palette and the what do you call it? Adventure Time, and I think I had pulled some for the Lilo and Stitch palette. I'm not sure. That might be what some of this stuff was over here. Sometimes I get a little confused and be forgetting like what I pulled it for, and I left my computer out to open it up to remind me of what we pulled them out for, but it's way over there and I've already started filming, so it's too late. But so I have all these because we have not seen the full inside of that palette yet, so I'm not exactly sure what I want to pick for it. I'll start off with the ones I pulled from Lethal that I feel like could be similar since Lethal is the one who's making this Adventure Time. I know there's more brands that have an Adventure Time one, like She Glam has their Adventure Time collection, but theirs looks really bland. I like the fact that Lethal Cosmetics looks more exciting. So I'm gonna start off with their one up and two up palettes because I feel like it has some of the tones in there, and maybe we could like use both of these. But since we don't know what it looks like, to me this is like an adventure, if you will. So this is what the one up palette looks like, and this is what the two up palette looks like. So this is what they look like together. I definitely feel like I saw the shade, like this sort of shade in the palette, and like some of these lighter pinks. So maybe this one would be on the better end. But since it's kind of small, I'm like, I don't know. So this one is just like a guessing one. We just guessing based upon the stuff I put in the new makeup releases. Since, as far as I know, they haven't released any other pictures. I saw Karen posted about them releasing, but she posted the same pictures that I posted. Random side note: you can use code Cage Makeup at Lethal Cosmetics if you need to pick up anything. Then I have their After Dark palette. This is the first time I actually bought from them, and again, I felt like this gave similar vibes. So it has like these light pastel-ish type tones that I felt like I saw in that palette, and again, one of these type of bluish, purplish type shades. Even though I feel like this is a little bit more of a deeper lavender, if you will, but I feel like this could be a good alternative too. But I kind of want to go with the one ups and one twos. But then I remember telling you all that I felt like the kaleidoscope palette was really similar as sorry, the escape pod palette was similar as well. And this is what it looks like on the inside. Again, it has that weird purplish type shade that I feel like I saw in some of the pinks and whatnot. So I feel like this could be a contender or the one up and two up palette. But we'll see. Then I got three more pastel-ish palettes because to me the theme of it just seems to be very pastel-y with pinks in it. Yeah, see, we've only seen like little glimpses in here and there of the palette, so I'm picking based upon the glimpses that we saw, and it looks similar to the colorful palettes that I'm just showing. So I'm like, I'm gonna just guess one which you all help hopefully and figure it out. Next, we have the Bunnies palette from Unearthly. This is what it looks like on the inside. Now it doesn't have that blurplish shade, but it does have a lot of pastels and a lot of like really nice, bright, fun shimmers. I thought we could get down with it would be a good idea. Or wait, is this one? This one might be for the Lilo and Stitch one instead. I think that's what I pulled this one for. The Lilo and Stitch palette. because I know it had like half kind of brighter fun tones and then some half like kind of warmish type tones. So I think I actually took this for the Lilo and Stitch palette instead. Then we have the Blend Bunny Sickly Sweet palette. Again, I feel like this could be a good contender for the Adventure Time palette, and I kind of honestly just want to go with this one because it has so many fun, bright pastel palettes on shades on it. I feel like I will do that, but yeah, I don't know. Said the makeup brush. Thank you, Jody, for sending a makeup brush. I don't know what that means, but okay. Hello, cat. But yeah, I wanna use this one. This one, no, I had pulled the Unearthly Cosmetics Bunnies, the new version of the Bunnies palette for that one. No, I'm not a makeup artist. My bestie, who's usually my moderator, is actually a makeup artist. Her channel is Beyond Loves Makeup. If you want to see an actual makeup artist, I am not. I just kind of wing it. Oh yeah, okay. So we'll use this one for the Lilo and Stitch palette. Hopefully it has enough colors in it, because like I said, I didn't open my computer to see. But I feel like because of like the red and the purple, I remember for sure that these two shades were in there, and I think there was a blue. So okay, Lilo and Stitch, we got that one. So now on the last leg when it comes to the Adventure Time palette. So last one I have is the Pastel Garden. I have the original Pastel Garden, like the huge one. I'm hoping they come out with a smaller version of this one, just like they did with the Smoky Glam. I feel like that would be really nice. But I think this one was like the same price as the Smoky Glam originally. It's like 75. I don't know. Don't quote me. So this one for Adventure Time. So we got this one, or this one when it comes to the bigger ones, and then we had the three small lethal ones. Like I said, I just feel like this one screams Adventure Time to me, because when I think of Adventure Time, I think of like Candyland, and to me this gives like Candyland-esque vibe. So I kind of want to go with this one, you guys, but do you all agree or no? Because if we do, then we'll have like two Limb Bunny palettes in here this week, and I remember in the past we've had like two Nomad palettes, so I just be jumping everywhere. Okay, you agree, Sarah? You agree, Janet, that we should use the Sickly Sweet as the Adventure Time, since we're just guessing on what it's going to look like on the inside? Yeah. Okay. So we have the Longing palette from Blend Bunny when it comes to the palette from who do you call it? I know, like they are stunning, but I'm thinking we're gonna use Love. I still got to decide, but I feel like we're gonna go with the Longing palette from Blend Bunny when it comes to the Lord of the Rings palette. You all picked the Gloomy Garden for the Terra Moons palette. Then we got the Unearthly Bunnies palette for what do you call it? Unearthly Bunnies is for Lilo and Stitch, and then we got the Sickly Sweet when it comes to the Adventure Time palette. So that's all I got for you guys today. I gotta go off camera and film all these intros and figure out which one of these eye looks I'm gonna do today. But I hope you all enjoy, and I will see you guys tomorrow in a Why You Don't Need Eyeshadow video that's already been pre-filmed. I'm pretty sure it's the Mingo palette. So the Mingo palette from Davina by Janet. I think that's what's going up. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.